So we are still on our Steam winter sale, and we still have a lot of days before the sale ends. And this is usually the time people ask for recommendations on which game to get that is under $500 or under $1,000. It's something that is AAA in nature, but is also like this is really cheap and is on higher discount. But I thought I'll do something differently this time around. I thought I'll instead of making the usual recommendations of AAA games that are cheap in price, I thought I'll recommend some underrated games that are less reviewed, but have really good story, really good gameplay loop, really good characters and whatnot. These are not games that are released in 2025. These are from different release times, and they do not have a high amount of reviews, but they are underrated gems, which means they have whoever has played the game have left really good reviews for these games because they've really enjoyed playing the game. So I'm gonna tackle and recommend, give you some of the recommendations based on categories. So the first few categories that I have in the list at the moment is the first of which is sci-fi and cyberpunk. So the first game is Citizen Sleeper 2, which is a sequel to the Citizen Sleeper 1, and it has very positive reviews, and it's a story-rich RPG game, and it's a narrative-based game. So this is game number 1. Game number 2 is Techno Babylon. Techno Babylon got released in 2015, so it's a 10-year-old game at this point. It is point and click and cyberpunk, and it has pixel graphics. So for those who are interested in playing a retro style game, I think this should appeal to you. It has 1,000 reviews and it is reviewed very positive on Steam. Title number 3 is my favorite, The Ascent. It's a isometric top-down shooter. It's cyberpunk in nature. It's the first, I would say, which is really got my attention. It has amazing detail. The world detail is amazing. And although it has recent mixed reviews, the overall review is really positive, and I would actually highly recommend this game. That is for sci-fi and cyberpunk. The next category is strategy. For strategy, the first game here is Cataclysmo. Cataclysmo is base building, city builder, and strategy. So design and build a fortress brick by brick to stand against endless hordes of horrors in the real-time strategy game with the resource management, siege defense, and exploration. So it has an interesting art style, and it is mainly strategy category. So, and it has 2,000 very positive reviews, and so this should be interesting to play. The second game, I only have 2 games in this category. The second game is Age of Darkness. The recent reviews is mixed, but the overall reviews, there are 5,000 reviews, and it's mostly positive. It's excuse me. It's tower defense, it's action RTS, and it's strategy. This is a standard tower defense strategy game. So the next category that we are going to look at is casual. For casual, the first recommendation for me is Neva. Neva has less than 5,000 reviews, but all of the reviews are very positive. It's from Devolver Digital and Nomada Studio, the studio that brought you Gris. If you guys haven't played that game, please try that out as well. That is also a contender for the casual games category. The second recommendation from casual is Tiny Glade, although this has 12,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. It is kind of a popular game. It has been receiving constant updates by the developers. It is really worth the money, and it is really amazing to just sit back and relax and play the game. So that is the second. The third one is Cats Hidden in Paris. It's from the developer who made the original viral Hidden Cats game. So the objective here is to find cats that are hidden in different places in a hand-drawn sort of environment. So it's like the cat version of Where's Waldo. And this has close to 10,000, like 7,500 reviews, and every one of them is positive. So it's overwhelmingly positive reviews. The next category is VR titles, and the first recommendation in VR title is Ghost Town. It has less than 500 reviews, but every one of them is very positive. Like the overall, it is very positive, and it's a VR puzzle game with a female protagonist. So it should be good. It was released in 2025, so it's a relatively new VR game. And it is available for 780 rupees. So the second recommendation for VR titles is Underdogs. It is a mech fighting VR game where you wrap yourself in 5 tons of metal that is basically a suit, and then go fight enemies, I guess. This does not have much, so it has a single player mode and it has PvP, so this should be good. The last recommendation on VR titles is this is Half-Life Alyx. The reason why I have added this under VR recommendations is because although it has 59,000 reviews and it's overwhelmingly positive, it is currently the only VR title that is under $1,000. There is another game which got released this year which has more than 1,000. Less than 10,000 reviews, I would say. This one was released this year, and it is and it was released on 4th of December 2025. It is mostly positive, and it has 186 reviews. It doesn't even have 500 reviews collectively, and yet I would recommend this to be an amazing VR title. The only problem is it is not on discount, and it is almost 2,000 rupees. So if you're up for it, you can actually give this game a try, and it is actually really good. So that concludes VR title recommendations. The next would be adventure, and for adventure, there are only 2 titles that I have for recommendation on adventure category. The first one is Harold Halibut. Harold Halibut is a story-rich, cinematic, and walking simulator adventure game. So there's not much action to go around in this title, but it has very positive reviews, and it is $600. So 600 rupees. So it is worth a try, and it has amazing, like interesting art style. Harold Halibut. The second recommendation for adventure is Kena Bridge of Spirits. Kena Bridge of Spirits is Souls-like, The first Souls-like recommendation in this like entire list, and it is action adventure. It hasn't. It once again, it has amazing art style. It has like beautiful open world, and it has interesting boss fights. It's a promising title, so do give this a try. Next category is racing. For racing, I did not take the usual approach. I went for a more uh, different approach. I did not go for usual car racing games, although car racing games are listed in my recommendations. Those were not my primary recommendations. So the first on the list under racing category is Ballistic NG. Ballistic NG is a pod racing game. It's similar to Wipeout, Redout, and other pod racing games that are available in the category. So, although it is not your conventional car racing game, this is definitely worth a try. That is the first recommendation under racing. The next is Redout, which is similar to the first recommendation, which is Ballistic NG. This is also a pod racing game, yet this pod racing game has much more high resolution graphics, I would say. It's much more AAA-esque graphics, to be honest. And this is also a good recommendation. Has very positive reviews and is 500 rupees. Definitely worth the money. The next is Drive Beyond Horizon. Now, this is not a racing game at all. It's just a driving game where you tend to fix the car and then just go for a drive. That's it. There's not much else to say about this game either. It's 800 bucks and it's, I would say, worth giving a try. It's mostly positive and it's very positive in recent reviews. The next one is Automobilista, and this is the last game of racing category. It is a simulation. It's the latest and it's the best, I would say, and it has VR support. So if you're getting this, you're kind of getting both an automobile sim racing game and a VR racing game at the same time. So, and it's on 70% off at 269 rupees. It's a steal deal and you can jump on it right away. So moving on to the next category, it is puzzle. Under puzzle category, the first recommendation is Enigma of Fear, where you're going through investigation and you're solving puzzle. And you're a paranormal detective. The art style on this game is really interesting. It's cartoonish and it's amazing. And the game is for 605 rupees. So the recent reviews have been overwhelmingly positive. So the next is Patrick's Parabox. It's once again a puzzle solving game. A simple puzzle solving game is what I would say. But simple wouldn't be the word I use. It's interesting, to say at least. It's hard to describe. You'll have to try it to experience it yourself. So that's Patrick's Parabox. And so the last in the puzzle category, the last recommendation in the puzzle category is The Case of the Golden Idol. It is a spiritual successor to the Return of Obra Dinn. The art style is 2D-esque and it's a mystery, detective, and puzzle solving game where you discover clues surrounding 12 strange and gruesome deaths and build your own theory. So this is also a really good game. It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam. It has 5,000 reviews and it's at 324 rupees. It's less than $500. So please give this a try.